Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Press the Action Button podcast here on digital-delirium.com. As always, I am your host, Joystick. With me this week, making nom sounds into the microphone is Gangface. Stop nomming and say hello to the people, Gangface.
I can't stop nomming. I'm plower housing these gummy werewolves right now.
You're plower housing?
Plower housing.
Are you Richie Blower housing?
Richie Blower housing? Let's not go there.
Richie Blouser? You don't want to go there?
Yeah, Rothfuls Blouser.
Yeah, are you Rothfuls Blousering them?
I'm Rothfuls burgering them, meaning I'm smacking them with my head. Go Steelers. Anyway.
Okay. Also with me this week is Slacker-chan. Would you like to say hello to the people, Slacker-chan?
I'm still trying to think of a way how to make the word benefit into something sexual.
Friends with benefits?
I guess.
Damn it! Because you said benefit earlier, you went benefit as if it was something sexual earlier, and I'm like, how can I make that sexual?
Well, you just had a
benefits. Oh yeah.
I prefer ponies with benefits.
But it's okay because you watch it
for the plot.
There is no plot. Anyway,
well, at least Digimon had a plot, unlike Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon had a plot. Catching them all.
That is a plot, right? I think.
No, that's applause.
That is applause.
There's actually going to be 2 Pokemon upcoming that are direct sequels. Something they haven't really done in the past. They're doing Pokemon Black and White 2.
I think they just ran out of colors.
Maybe.
It's like that, or go like Pokemon Kaya.
Pokemon Mauve and Pokemon
Taupe.
Pokemon Eggshell.
Pokemon Red Green and Pokemon Green Red.
Wait, Pokemon Pokemon Dragonfly Green.
Pokemon Ninja Baseball Batman.
That works.
Pokemon Seafoam.
Seafoam. Seafoam Green and Puke Green. Pokemon Seafoam Green and Pokemon
Sokemon.
Wait. Pokemon Pea Soup.
I'm trying to think of something really gay.
Pokemon Rainbow?
Pink and Pokemon Purple.
Purple isn't gay. Purple is royalty.
Well, it depends upon the shade of purple.
I could see there being a purple, and if they made a Pokemon Pink and it was about a chick, feminists would cry out, why is pink associated with girls? And if it was a guy, they'd be like, why think there's a gay Pokemon? Dude, like, you can't win with pink. I'm sorry.
It's like Patrick from SpongeBob. When they're like, he's a pink starfish.
Who's retarded.
And there's this whole thing when I was in high school about, like...
You mean there's a character in that show that isn't retarded?
I hate SpongeBob.
There was a thing in high school, when I was in high school, about, like, Pokemon. SpongeBob being, like, the official cartoon of, like, the gay community, and, like...
I've heard that before.
This one guy who was in J-Rotzi was complaining about, we got, like, these SpongeBob milk boxes for some reason. Because all of a sudden we were in 3rd grade, and he was complaining, this guy in J-Rotzi was complaining, he's like, I don't like our school's cafeteria advocating the gay community. I was like, what are you talking about? SpongeBob. What are you talking about? And it's like the official cartoon of the gay community. I just looked at him funny, and by this point I decided to stop listening, but he went on anyways. It's like, this and that, and they're always
how you could,
and there's a pink starfish, and I was like, I don't care!
Then there was this other guy in Junior Rotzi that pitied the fool that did not join Junior Rotzi.
I thought there was...
Good times.
I thought starfish were pink, besides that point. You know, after he said that, they're the official, like, gay community cartoon or whatever, you should have been like, oh, I didn't know that. Because he's like, and aren't you the poster child for the Special Olympics?
Oh!
So this week we are drinking Samuel Adams Tasman Red IPA.
Yeah, it's got a crazy old guy with a bowler hat and a huge beard. Look at that old guy! Look at him!
Speaking of hats, we got sweet hats.
We got some sweet hats. We got fedoras.
Yeah, we did. I went and bought fedoras. It's awesome. And turns out my fedora is called the Balboa Fedora. After Rocky. Hell yeah. You want to pop the top?
I'm too busy eating gummy wolves.
Let me guess, yours is called Wonder Bread?
Wonder Bread? Why? Because it's so white? I'm wearing a white fedora.
Wait, but it's got a black stripe. So
I'm wearing
I think the representative there is...
Yin Yang?
Wait, no. Dresses like a white guy, fucks like a black guy.
Up top!
Alex,
Anyway.
you're wearing a white fedora and I'm wearing a black fedora, so we can be salt and pepper.
Because we put
like
salt and pepper on our fries!
That's a Scrubs quote.
No.
That's a My Name is Earl quote.
Yeah, it's
Close.
My Name is Earl.
Same ballpark.
Randy said it.
No.
Randy is the
About him
man.
and Crabman, who's black.
Yeah, we got that. Crabman is the man.
Crabman is the man. And like half of his words are, "Hey Earl." Come on.
Oh, it's a woof.
There you go. You said you needed a beer?
Oh, definitely. Okay, so like, Indian doctors, rich Indian well-to-do doctors, I'm sorry, you may be the bee's knees inside your hospitals, the big balls,
The what?
Dude, come on.
Tradition!
Tradition!
the big balls walking around, you say something, people jump, and something gets done, you get a little mad, they're like, oh dear God, I gotta please Chief Surgeon Indian guy.
Chief Surgeon Indian guy. I want that guy working
despite
for me.
the fact that he's the most brilliant medical mind in this freaking hospital, he still can't learn complete fucking English. You know, that kind of doctor. When you call tech support, we don't give a shit what you do for a living. You're just as equal low fuck as the rest of you that call in, okay? So don't call me and be all angry about a phone issue that you have no dial tone, and I keep telling you, sir, there's nothing I can do. This is DSL tech support. You're telling me you have no dial tone. Exactly. You need to talk to voice repair. No. You don't understand. They won't do anything. I can't do anything. No. They said there was supposed to be a technician out here today. He never came. You guys obviously don't care about your customers, and you don't care, and you have insignificant quality, blah blah blah. I'm like, sir, if we didn't care, if that technician didn't care, he would have just closed out the ticket saying no trouble was found. But he does care about quality, and he does care about the customer. That's why the ticket's still open, and he didn't fix the issue today because he was not able to complete it today. And that's why he will continue it tomorrow. And he'll start raging. I'm like, look, sir, he made some notes here. He's obviously not done because he closed it. I don't understand these terms that they have here on the notes. Because it's a repair ticket, not a DSL ticket. I need to transfer you to him. And 10 minutes of fighting this guy to transfer him because I cannot help him. And he seems to think if he just yells louder, I'll magically go, oh, sir, there's a guy outside your door now. He's fixing the issue. Let me get down on my knees. Let me work the shaft and cradle the balls.
What you do is you play it really cool as long as you possibly can, and when you can't take it anymore, you beat your fist on the table and just go, sir, yes, I understand, sir. I'm gonna crap in your yard!
No,
I'm gonna march up and down your block yelling, crap!
I keep it cool until they keep acting to the point where they want to be a pestilent child no matter what. Then I start treating them like a child. Then I start pointing out the obvious and start to be all negative, but I need to get this off my chest. I had some good customers today, some really nice ones. I had a lady who, unfortunately, the Spanish tube was closed when she called, and so she wanted to talk to someone in Spanish, and I said, it's closed, and she was like, I was hoping that was wrong, whatever. The English words she did know, she could pronounce them clearly and precisely, and I understood her her better than, as far as her actual speaking of the words, better than most Americans. Better than me with my fat mouth and but
Your Western Pennsylvania dialect.
exactly. So she was as far as the English she did know, she was great at speaking it. However, her knowledge of the language is very limited. So the words she didn't know, it kind of made translation hard.
Do you know what I've noticed? Since working there, your enunciation has gotten really good.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You used to have kind of a little bit of like the Pittsburgh mushmouth thing going on.
I still have that going on, the mush mouth.
Well, a little bit, but it's
Well, y'all
like,
say yins here.
no.
That's
it's
a
out
West
there.
PA thing.
So it's Western PA.
Where
Yins. Yins are in Stiller country.
That was a joke.
Okay.
Because I mixed my slang and your slang.
Y'all
once.
say yins.
Yeah.
Or the A, how we pronounce the A, all instead of eh. Like, for instance, sometimes it's like Sean instead of Sean.
Sean. A
Sean.
central Pennsylvania dialect thing that I picked up on that I didn't notice in
Central or West?
Central.
Okay.
Is the say isle as owl,
Ow.
Carlisle,
Ow.
or like, yeah, you know how
Carlisle.
Nick Janney used to say Cal instead of Kyle?
He did?
Yeah, Kyle. Brian Mills did that.
Anyway,
Anyway,
but yeah, it's just, I was able to help her out, and she was so happy, because apparently she did get a Spanish representative before, even though he could understand perfectly. He couldn't help her, he was a dumb shit. So, and he's like, oh, she's like, you were perfect, thank you, you helped me so much, and, you know.
cool.
And it's just, I got a lot of good customers, but I got a lot of shitty ones today. It was like, good customer, awesome customer, shitty, terrible, nightmare customer, awesome customer, nightmare, awesome, nightmare. Like, going back and forth, and
That is when
I didn't know whether to start dancing or start slitting my wrists. Like,
That is when you pull a Rob Winter and go, sir, can I put you on hold for a second? And you just put on some music from your playlist, which of course would be let's put
it this way. It was like having a bipolar girlfriend.
I gotta go.
Anyway.
Ooh, what? Wait,
So it's
what?
like dating Megan Brady, basically.
It's like having a girl who's bipolar. It's like dating two girls at the same time, but you only have to feed one of them. Remember that when I had that CB radio and we just tuned into some
he's
station
like, he
and
was
someone
talking
said
about
that?
when you have sex
Whatever
with a
happened to that?
bipolar chick.
Oh yeah. I don't know. It's somewhere around here.
It just disappeared.
Sebastian ran off with
Or
it.
Mary.
Or Mary.
I doubt that.
Freaking Enderman.
Ender Woman.
Yeah, she is the Underwoman.
She takes blocks.
Dude, like all of a sudden Enderman just starts showing up in my tower and it's like, I turn around, or that winking noise they kind of make, I turn around, Enderman just staring at me, holding a block. Arrow! Like,
They
firing
suck.
a volley of arrows. And
I think it's
sucks that
after
they-
you spend a certain amount of time in the same place. We're talking about Mobcraft here.
Don't you have to-
Minecraft. I think mobs start like knowing that you're there. That's okay.
Oh.
I think and they start like gravitating towards
Yeah,
it.
but I have all that light, so they don't really spawn there. But the Endermen don't care about light, I guess. I don't know how they work. But what?
I've seen them in broad daylight.
Besides the fact that it's hard to kill them off, especially if they decide to teleport away and run, pardon me, instead of teleport behind you and fight you. When you kill them, you get like no loot.
Remember like the,
But you can get ender pearls.
like the first time I was
really?
sitting in
Oh,
your
I
room
think-
and you mentioned an Enderman?
Yeah.
You just, the way you said it, you're like, there's an Enderman out there. You said it like a little kid with his face and hands pressed against glass, staring at something.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, Enderman!
That reminds me.
It was
Apparently,
funny.
if you throw an ender pearl, you'll teleport to wherever it lands.
Really?
I read that on Minecraft Wiki. I never tried it.
Oh. By the way, I stole an ender pearl you had in the chest, but it was like in one of those underground, like in that first underground mine, I think.
Keep it.
No, I just decided, well, this looks important. I'm
Throw it
going to
into
move it
the
to the
sun.
sky tower.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Teleport to the
Because
sun.
basically, like the sky tower at bottom level there, well, bottom in the sense it's the bottom level of the tower. That's basically going to be kind of a warehouse for all of us. to keep shit that we need in. So, and also, believe it or not, keep cobblestone. Don't throw it away. You'd be surprised that all of a sudden
You know what would be
need
funny?
a shit ton of it.
I know.
If, like...
Even dirt. Dirt can be a great placeholder for when you're trying to build something, and then later you can tear it down and put in the real material.
Yeah.
If, like, you get ender pearls, and they're tied to the specific person that originally picked them up, so, like, you can steal them and fuck with them. Like, you throw it through the portal, and
Wait,
they
like
just
into
teleport
the nether?
right. They just teleport right into the nether.
Oh, that would suck.
So I'd be like, you know, like digging up clay in a pond somewhere,
I
and
got
all of a
30
sudden,
iron.
hell!
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I went there and I actually killed myself. Yeah, I mean, figure that one out. I mean,
Wait, you jumped off, you accidentally went off the edge.
no,
You
I purposely
shifted.
went off the edge.
Oh, why? You couldn't get back
I was
to the
watching
portal?
him do it.
No, I was bored. I was like, I wonder what the Nether is like. And I went in there, and it was creepy, but it was really cool. And I was like, okay, I'm done playing for tonight. Because
Yeah, you do
I was
that.
done playing, and I was like, might as well do something cool. Just hope I don't respawn in the Nether afterwards.
Yeah, I
That'd be
was
funny.
telling Ian about that one time that in the cave when we got lost. Here's how I told
You
it
have to
Ian.
build a portal in the nether to get to the end.
I don't know how to
There's a specific type of portal that's even more complicated to build. It involves like ender pearls and some kind of cradle and like silverfish.
Well,
And,
anyway, I was telling Ian this one story, and he found it hysterical. And I'm going to tell it from as if I was telling Ian again. Okay, basically, so
talking
Alex
about
decides,
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Alex decides, we're on Minecraft, and he decides, he says, Tim, come check out this, cave system I found. So I follow him through one of his honeycomb hideouts, or whatever the honeycomb systems that he makes. Those are confusing enough. So I'm following him, just trying to keep track of him, not really paying attention to where we're going.
Wasn't that when you teleported down there with me?
No, you actually made me follow you. I didn't tell you.
Oh.
No one teleported.
Oh,
Anyway,
I know what you're talking about.
So
Okay.
I follow him all the way down into this cave, down to there's water and lava. And then all of a sudden, I guess, like, he was being butthurt that night or something. I don't know. Or no, that wasn't the night you were being butthurt. All of a sudden, we're down there, so you're like, so yeah, this is it. And so all of a sudden, you were just like, you type in, bored now, as soon as it shows up, bored now. You, like, jump into the lava. Like a wolf, left the game, and I'm just standing there at the bottom of the cave, no idea how we got there, and I'm like, and I'm like, so goddamn it, good thing I have a lot of torches and armor and a diamond pickaxe. So I'm going around looking for ore and stuff, and Alex eventually did come back, but this cave system is massive, and I know some of them do get big, but on all the other, like, online plays and everything, I seriously think there's something odd about Plov generated. It's not just the seed.
Planet Plov.
I don't think it's just the seed. Have you noticed?
Did Ian tell you
Planet
about
Plav.
the DNS services that he's on?
Yeah, he started one. It's like www.planetplov.com.
Oh, okay.
It's like MOOO. Because it's a free service. So it's
Yeah.
More me anyway. But have you noticed, like, you'll be climbing a mountain, all of a sudden, the mountain's like cut in half, and you look below, and there's an ocean, and it's like.
Oh,
like-
yeah, like the
like
random,
some-
like, sharp drops.
It's like when it was generating, like, something went wrong with the generator. And I swear to God, that's why there's so many cave systems, and they're so massive. I swear there's more than normal in Plov.
There's also a lot of coal.
Well, I
Sure.
think that's kind of... No, I've been basically kind of making a lot of charcoal, because it's
Yeah, you
just
said.
as efficient.
Working
So-
in the coal mine,
Going down, working
And
in the coal mine. Whoop!
Somewhere.
About to slip there.
But anyway,
No, I am so tired.
if we
How long can this go on?
Okay, Devo.
if we hadn't already accomplished so much as we have in that server, I kind of would agree to starting a new one, just because it does seem like it generated oddly. But at this point, I say screw it. It's unique. Let's keep it.
Mm-hmm.
So
You guys want to start the topics?
we have topics.
Yeah, we do. We always have topics.
Fuck. Anyway.
God, topics. Yeah, we have friggin' topics, Tim.
Can I read the topics this time?
I don't know, can you?
No, you cannot. You are for
Feel
now
legible. May I?
Now, you are forever forbidden from saying that again. You know why? Because earlier today, you texted me, "Hey, man." Okay, question mark, what? And then you told me, "Hey, we're out, getting beer, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, you couldn't send that to me in the first text message?
No.
We weren't across the room and you had to
I wanted to be polite and
"Hey!"
say hi first. Okay?
That's not how text messaging works.
That's how I work.
Well, we work in PA by saying can instead of may. Now, if I'm on a telephone with a customer, of course I say may. But I'm not in a formal work environment, so I'm not going to say may. We're going to say can.
I don't know if the smart ass in me is ever going to let that slide.
Can
Okay.
you do the can? Amazon France pasta list.
Salt. Read.
What?
Salt.
Salt.
Salt, and pepper.
Posted.
Okay, Amazon France posted a list for a tickler and
Ratchet and
clone.
Clank.
Okay, a Ratchet and Clone HD. That
Clank.
doesn't say Clank.
It does say Clank.
Amazon France posted a listing for a Ratchet and Clank HD collection. Does not have an X in it for the PS3. It is just an. Read it.
Yeah, I figured. My handwriting sucks, I know.
I can't
But
believe
when I'm
you
writing
could
fast,
I understand that,
it's
but
illegible to
how
most
do you
people.
remember what you wrote?
Wait, here's a question.
Because I'm the one that wrote it.
Here's
Oh.
a question. Why don't you just type in, Notepad and kind of Alt-Tab while we're doing this?
I don't know. Amazon France posted a
good
listing for
idea.
Ratchet and Clank HD collection for the PlayStation 3. It is just a rumor at this point, and it did not mention what games would be included in the collection. I really hope that they do a Ratchet and Clank collection.
So
because-
that's what it said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really hoping that they do a Ratchet and Clank HD collection because I've played 4 of the 6 Ratchet and Clank games that were released for that system. I didn't play the 2 that were ports. Well, I did play one of them, but I played it on the PlayStation Portable. Its original system.
Okay, well, I've never played the Ratchet and Clank games, so I
You should
really
give them
have
a
no
try
comment.
sometime.
Played a little bit of them. They're good.
However, I just want to kind of say a side note on the whole HD thing, HD re-releases. That's cool. I like that they came out with a HD version of Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3.
And Peace Walker.
They brought Peace Walker to the actual console because originally, Hideo Kojima was like, "This is the closest you're ever gonna get to Metal Gear Solid 5. This is the last I'm doing. It ends the storyline. I'm done." And now, from what I hear, I'm working on Metal Gear Solid 5. Fuck you, Hideo! But anyway,
Well, I think
point
he's
being
kind of like
is,
Ozzy, where he wants
to
to
quit.
give it up, and then
But he
every time he
can't.
does, he misses it.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things. He's like, kind of like how Kevin Smith kept trying to get away from the what was it called, the universe?
The
The
Views
Views
universe.
universe.
You taught me that.
Like the end of Dogma, which was I think the 4th one in his Skewiverse. At the end, it shows. Or no, it was the 5th
No.
one. Jay and Silent Bob. I
Jay and
think.
Silent Bob Strike Back.
It
At the end of the
shows-
credits.
At the end, they say view a Skewiverse, and at the end, it says the end, and God closes the book, and that's supposed to be it. But it wasn't.
And somersaults away.
Yeah, Somersaults Away. And there's, Clerks 2 was after it.
And Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Yes.
Yeah.
There was
But,
Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob
Bob?
Strike
Like
Back.
at the end of that movie is when she did the book closing.
Yeah, it was after
And
the
then there
credits.
was 2 more, there's something, and then Clerks 2.
Yeah, Clerks 2, and then there was Jersey Girl, which wasn't part of it.
Right, but no, I thought there was a 6th view askew first between Clerks 2 and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
But Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back came out first.
I know, I'm saying between those 2.
Yeah, there was
Maybe there wasn't.
the Clerks cartoon show.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, yeah,
Which is
but
awesome.
it was like the end, and then, oh wait, Clerks 2. It's like...
Well, he
So-
loves the characters. He
Yeah,
really
I know.
does.
I know, and I don't blame him for that, but I think it's that same kind of syndrome where every author wants to get away from something, but they've already established this great thing.
When
And
they
what
do,
else?
they miss it.
And yeah, well, not only they miss it, but they're like, I want to add more to it. I wasn't done with this. But at the same time, they're like, I don't want this to be the only thing I'm known for. Like, that I couldn't do something else. So, I can see if eventually he'll go back to it, because he did Red State and, Zack and Miri.
Yeah, and Jersey Girl, which
Well,
nobody liked Jersey Girl.
Yeah. I heard it wasn't a bad movie, just people didn't like it, but I get the feeling he's eventually gonna do another New Askew movie.
I don't know.
Right.
He's working on one called Hit Somebody that's about a hockey player that isn't very good, so he focuses all on defense and physical play. And he
Wait, I
hits
heard
people.
there's already a movie coming out called The Goon. I don't know if it's the Kevin Smith movie, but it's called The Goon. And it stars Sean William Scott, and basically him and his brother, it starts with, they go to a hockey game, and he ends up getting in a fist fight with one of the hockey players, beats the living shit out of him, and so they decide, we want to hire you on the team, but they're like, but we want you to get in fights, like, because people want to see you fight.
Kevin
So
Smith
it's
is
Happy
taking his
Gilmore?
time with the script for
Kind
this
of.
one.
But no,
He's
it's
not done
that
with the
he's-
script yet.
Okay, well then this is kind of a shame for him because this movie's going to be out soon. It's called The Goon, and it looks good. But no, it's not that he sucks at hockey. It's just they want him to fight. He's good. He's actually ends up being good at hockey, but they want him to be a really physical, violent player, and so he does. And he's not the only in hockey. That's actually already there are teams where they have people on there that they're known for being the fighter. And so, part of it is, well, there's another guy who's like kicks total ass, and it's like, oh, well, they're going head to head, and it's like, it's kind of like it turns more into like a boxing match on ice almost, but not a boxing match, but anyway.
I've
Well, I
seen
went to a
hockey games-
fight one time and a hockey game broke out.
I've seen hockey games that dive down that far, like by like the third period, it's just drop the gloves before the ref drops the puck for the face off.
Must play.
I kind of went off topic, but I was saying
Touchdown.
hockey games. It's a good idea to a certain extent, but I just don't want
that
them
they're
to kind
overdoing
of.
it.
I don't want them to get that whole Hollywood remake syndrome that we had for quite a while, where they're just like, we're out of original ideas. Let's just remake everything.
Well, this isn't so
Or no,
much
it
a
wasn't-
remake as it is a re-release
Actually,
in a higher definition.
I take that back. Hollywood didn't necessarily do that because they were out of ideas, but because the economy was getting worse and worse. The truth is, it wasn't they were out of ideas.
Well,
they didn't want to take the risk.
There have been original ideas,
They
and
didn't-
quite often they wind up like Scott Pilgrim did, where nobody goes to see it.
Right, and they don't want to take the risk. The only thing they're willing to put money into is stuff that they know will sell. Stuff
Yeah,
that's sold.
I find that sad because Scott Pilgrim was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
So was Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass was. I
horribly
thought Kick-Ass
box
did
office.
fairly
Wait
well
till
at the
they
box
get
Well,
office.
it
load
did
of
fairly
me.
well, but it didn't. I think
was-
it barely made its money back.
I prefer
There's
Scott
gonna be
Pilgrim, but Kick-Ass was good.
They're both great movies, but
I heard they're not going to.
they're going to make a sequel.
movie.
They're going to make a sequel to Kick-Ass called Balls to the Wall. And if they don't have that Accept song,
I heard
I'm going to
that-
be so disappointed.
What I heard because there was a second comic.
Do you know that balls to the
Yeah, I
wall
heard
is
it
actually an
wasn't-
aviation term?
I don't know,
heard-
but they need to have the Accept song Balls to the Wall.
Josh, as
Okay.
far as the whole second Kick-Ass movie, there was a second comic, and from what I understood, a lot of people said it was bad. It was good. It was kind of
Supposed to focus on Hit Girl.
And from what I understand is the director at first, they were talking about making it like you were saying, but from what I heard, the director, I think he basically put a halt to it. He said, you know what? It's like after looking at everything, he's like, honestly, this wouldn't do it justice. It would be kind of sad, is how he put it.
Do you know that they're going to make a third? They're working on a third Men in Black.
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Here come the men in black.
I'm
So
sorry, I
90s.
hated the second
So
one.
90s.
I didn't hate the second one, but it's not as good as the first one. I love the first one.
I saw
It is
some of the
awesome.
second one. It was alright.
But
First one was great.
Well, no,
There
I
are
think
rumors
it's-
spreading around that Lady Gaga is supposed to
Let
be
me
in it.
put
Which,
it-
if she is, she
Makes
will
sense.
probably be a guest star, and she'll probably just have a guest appearance in it, like a cameo. And she will probably be an alien.
oh, of course.
Oh, of course she'll be an alien. Did you hear?
Wait, real quick.
Did
I
you
did
hear
where
where?
in the first Men
Hey,
in
Tim.
Black, Michael
Tim.
Jackson was
Oh,
an
yeah.
alien in one of the shots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear where Lady Gaga is moving to? Lancaster.
Why?
I don't know. She's gonna make a dress out of mushrooms or something. I don't know. She's moving to freaking
She's doing a
Lancaster.
Megan Brady.
No, seriously though, she
okay.
did buy a
So
property
anyway-
in Lancaster.
If they do this, I hope they collect the first 4 Ratchet and Clank games. Ratchet and Clank, Going Commando, Up Your Arsenal, which I absolutely love that.
Did you just say
subtitle for
whoa,
the game?
Hold the phone. Did you just say up your arsenal?
Yes.
That's the name of the game.
Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal. That's awesome.
And Going
Say it
Commando.
again.
Going Commando.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the fourth one is called Ratchet Deadlock. I hope they collect those 4.
But that's not
But
funny.
I would not. What?
But that's not funny.
I know. But it was a good game. I wouldn't be surprised if they did just the original 3 like they did with Jack, because they didn't put Jack X in the Jack collection.
Jackaxe?
Hey, Alex.
What?
Why do you have a deck of cards on your keychain?
A what?
Deck of cards on your keychain.
Oh, you mean all my cards? I do.
So,
Hey, I also have a Volkswagen pendant on it. I don't own a Volkswagen.
Well, I also have.
have you ever owned a Volkswagen?
Oh, I've never owned a Volkswagen.
My parents used to. It was a rabbit.
Ian owned a Volkswagen. It choked on oil.
Oh,
Yeah,
turmoil.
remember
this
that?
rabbit was weird. It had
Rabbits are cool.
all kinds of problems starting when the engine was warm.
Mm-hmm.
If the engine was cold, it had no problem starting.
Air intake, probably.
It made no sense. But
It sucks in cool air better.
anyway, Assassin's Creed 3
A
has
Screed.
been leaked, or information about Assassin's Creed 3.
I'm gonna
It
pee
will
in my
feature
pants.
a half Indian and half colonial American main character. This also means that it will be set during the American Revolution. Interesting time period. Choice. It will be set
That
here in
actually
the
is
States
really interesting.
during the American Revolution. I mean,
So interesting, I believe we will fight with knives.
well, the second Assassin's Creed, as well as
Ponies!
2 sequels,
Ponies.
Sorry.
took place
I'll explain that in a
during
moment.
the Renaissance
Wait.
in Italy. And
yeah,
Istanbul.
the
and-
Renaissance and all that good stuff. Tim, last time when you brought out your soundboard, I thought about this like an hour too late.
What?
But I texted Josh, I was like, Josh, you need to, every time Tim took out his soundboard, you needed to cover that up with a soundbite of either like some kind of ferocious snarl or a fart sound effect.
And I said
screw
that would be
you.
increased. That would be a whole lot manlier.
That would be like 20% manlier.
I'll
be
screw
more than
you
that.
all. Okay.
Owned! Not really.
Have you played
Wait,
any
wait.
of the Assassin's Creed games, Tim?
Ponies are metal.
Ponies are very metal.
No,
No, they're not.
statistically, they're one of the most hated creatures. That makes them mental. Anyway, oh no, the reason I just did an
I'm with the
outburst-
oatmeal on this one. We need to eat them.
Yes.
Shut up. I just actually, I just remembered the reason I did that was because I had totally forgotten a new episode came out today, and so that just clicked in my mind, and that's why this was like, ponies!
Anyway, have you played
Anyway.
any of the Assassin's Creed games?
So what's that
Tim?
season? What's
like,
that
I
season
played
3?
The first one briefly when I was at a friend's house. I really want to play them. Well, let me put it this way: they're not on the top of my list, and when you're poor, you only get so many games.
Yeah. Well, if you ever get a PlayStation 3 again, I can let you borrow 1 and 2.
You could let me have your PlayStation 3.
That is not going to happen. I'm playing Kane and Lynch 2 on my PlayStation 3 right now.
The head on my beer kind of formed a trapezoid, and I hate it.
Okay.
Have
Next
you decided
topic.
that it is your enemy?
It's my enemy.
Anyway, I think
gonna
this would be
drink
interesting. I think it's an interesting choice to make the main character half Indian, and half colonial American. Because I imagine the conflict
Alex just
that this will be
messed his
centered
pants.
around will be between the Indians and the colonial American people.
Okay, which makes sense.
Cool story, bro.
So he will probably, actually it's set during the American Revolution, so he'll probably be killing British soldiers, American soldiers, and Indians, all three. And if you were pure
Three.
Indian or pure American, it would be
American
really, really
Death Slayer
strange
3.
to be killing your own side in the conflict, I think. So I think
Right.
probably a very smart move to go half and half
Yeah, but why?
with the main character.
But why would you kill the Indians? Most of them, for the most part, most of them were basically innocent. The only
I
They'll
thought it was
probably
like half
find
and half.
some Indians
there
that
were
weren't.
tribes out there that were just bloody violent, which is
Yeah,
weird. 'cause
and they'll
which
probably
is-
be killing members of those tribes.
See, I
Which
thought
is
it was like
weird because-
half and half.
Because this does thrive on a lot of historical accuracy in this series.
But which is kind of weird because a lot of it was weird because it always seemed like with the Indian tribes when we met them, they were either extremely peaceful or extremely violent, which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, half and half. It was like a
But-
toss-up.
Yeah,
This will
But then
probably
again,
focus
like,
on the extremely
the ones
violent
that were
tribes.
peaceful, just because they were peaceful, didn't mean they weren't dangerous. A lot of them that were peaceful were still warriors. Like
Yeah.
you fuck with them, they fought back, and it kind of
They had to.
right.
Had to survive.
And that's one of the things. Like of all things, it's just what shames me most of all things that happen in American history. You would think maybe in this day and age, finally we could actually do what we supposedly claim we are as a nation, but we're even worse than ever.
What do you mean claim?
Well, except for the fact that we're not committing genocide anymore on other races, like the Indians or
What do you mean by what?
Spanish.
What do you mean by what medically claim? You didn't specify that.
Yeah, you didn't specify.
that we're somehow like the greatest nation, that we're freedom fighters, that we're for truth and justice. When we commit genocide on Native Americans, stole a shit, and this is after our revolution, and stole a shit ton of land from the Mexicans. But then again, a lot of them were.
Well,
But we did at least fight the Mexicans for it. I
The
mean,
Mexicans invited the United States, said, come live on our land, and then they tried to take the land back, and the Texans fought back and won.
I will agree with you on the Native American front, though. But
The Mexican thing's still a little more complicated. However, we were still basically, like you said, they invited us. So if all of a sudden they wanted us off their land, we really didn't have a right to be like.
excuse me, folks, I need to go drain the lizard.
But
Okay. Well,
it's just one of those. We did actually. For
I
a couple
think,
months,
well,
we did.
if someone,
were
said,
in control of
oh, you
Mexico.
can't live here anymore, you'd probably be pretty pissed, too, if you'd settled down and got your life established on that land.
Yeah, but if it's their
If
property,
you if you built it up and built the community and everything, you'd probably be pretty pissed if someone said, whoop, nope, can't be here anymore. I'm not saying that either side was, both sides were probably fairly in the wrong.
Black and white. But
Yeah, it's not
still,
it's definitely not black and
I don't
white.
think it was something worth starting a war over.
Well,
But
what happened, and
Well, let's put it
Texas
this way.
won.
You do know that we did for a few months, we had control. Like, we had actually control of all of Mexico. But we were like, look, you can have. We just want Texas, basically. You guys can have the rest of Mexico. And so. Like,
Yeah.
we had control of them. But we were like, look, we're going to give you control back. We just want to keep Texas. End the story.
mm-hmm.
We could have kept all of Mexico. But anyway.
the cover art
Which-
for the game, for Assassin's Creed 3 that they showed, he had a tomahawk on his belt, which I thought was kind of interesting. I'm looking forward to using
Doesn't
that as a
mean
weapon.
he's half Mohican then?
They
The
did, the article
that tomahawks?
The article didn't specify what kind of any. Just half Native American, half colonial American, and the tomahawk was one of the weapons that was used. It might be Mohican, I don't know. It did not specify, but I'm actually kind of looking forward to using like a bow and arrow and stuff like that to assassinate people.
Yeah.
I think it'll give like a new facelift and a fresh and interesting way to go
Plus,
about the assassinations
I
and
get to
stuff like
feel
that.
like you would actually see a lot more wilderness, maybe hopping through
probably.
trees as opposed to buildings.
Yeah, probably. And I think it sounds like an interesting concept. I'm looking forward to this game. And
Especially
I'm a little,
if it took
I can
place like in New England-ish area, or on the East Coast, like places like North Carolina or here in Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Virginia, places like that.
That's probably where it will take place in places like that. So this intrigues me. I'm kind of looking forward to this.
Real quick,
I will wait
could
until
see-
Alex gets back to announce the next topic.
Okay,
Anyway,
I was
go
going to
ahead.
say I could see a part of it taking place in Philadelphia. Think about it.
That might be kind of cool. It wasn't the...
Because Philly used to be the capital of the nation.
Yeah, it also used to be the capital of the state.
That too, yeah. So it is, I would say, hey, it's like...
I'm sorry, Tim. I'm not trying to interrupt you. Alex just...
No. Alex! Your face! Here! Now!
Yeah, Alex face!
Alex, you know what we realized? There's a good chance the new Assassin's Creed game, a big part of it, could take place in Philadelphia. Because at the time it was
It
not
would
only
have been
the
a
capital
major,
of the state,
major
but,
part of the United States back
right,
then.
it was the capital
or what
of
was the United States forming.
and the state too. So
Wow.
and
What a
it's-
mind trip.
so
You might
that
be able
would
to get.
cool.
I was
You might be
there
able to
this
get
weekend.
to interact with forefathers like George Washington,
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson, and Ben Franklin.
But-
That would be kind of cool.
But not only that, but
Or
to
at least
see
4
like,
players.
but to see an Assassin's Creed game played in like colonial Philadelphia,
Philadelphia.
that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about this one. That sounds interesting. Okay, Nintendo
Dude, that's the next
Team-
Nintendo.
Team Meat
The Nintendo
wanted to bring
term.
their second game. Team Meat, who created.
There is no team.
Wait, Spider-Man? What are you doing?
I was waiting for you
Team
to
is an
say-
anagram of meat.
Team Meat,
Meat
created
Boy.
Meat Boy, Super Meat Boy.
Yes.
Okay, their second game is called Binding of Isaac. I don't know that much about it, but I'd kind of like to play it. It sold 500,000, which is really, really well for an indie game. That sold extremely well
what's
for
it called
an indie
again?
game. Binding of Isaac. And it's on Xbox Live, and they wanted to bring it to Nintendo's 3DS. Nintendo was going to go ahead with it until they looked deeper into the content to get a rating on it and make sure it passes their quality tests and whatnot. They rejected it because they said it had questionable religious content.
Nintendo said that?
Yes. And they are now looking at trying to get the game to Sony's PlayStation Vita system.
I just realized I need to make it.
Censorship Nazis!
Yeah, they wanted to bring it to the eShop for the
They're
3DS.
they're just still ticked off about the whole wisdom tree tomfoolery.
Fiasco. Yeah.
Wisdom.
Not really a fiasco. 'cause
Shenanigans!
Shenanigans. Because no
Nobody-
one made a fuss about wisdom tree back in the day.
Nobody
But
had
the
heard
thing
of
is,
Wisdom
they
Tree
could still
back
have
in
a
the day.
sword.
But Nintendo did used to make a big stink about, especially when games came to America, about religious content in games. Like, in the original version of Final Fantasy, in order to be revived, in order to revive one of your dead characters, you had to go to a church. They had to change that. It was like health centers or something like that, hospitals or something like that. They changed it from a church for
When
the
it came
United
to-
States release.
Yeah, but it's the same company! You ain't a return.
It's because
You ain't a
Nintendo told
return
them no.
of turds.
It's because
These
Nintendo
people-
told Square no.
These people put Derpy on the cross.
Ha! Ha! Yes.
Tastes good, like a cigarette should.
I just realized before I die, I need to make a video game. I don't know what it's going to be about, but
As offensive as possible.
well, Tim Schafer is going to be the main character that you play as, and the main villain has to be Danny DeVito.
Can this be
This
you
brings up an
and
interesting
Schaefer?
question, though. Like,
Whoa.
Assassin's Creed 3 is supposed to be coming to Nintendo's next generation console, the Wii U. or whatever it might be called in the future. And one of the major themes of Assassin's Creed is religion, and the Catholic Church in particular. How is that going to work out?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know that much about Binding of Isaac.
Well, let's put it this way. Assassin's Creed is overtly has a religious name, whereas
you're fighting Templars.
Hold on. Whereas I'm saying overtly, meaning it's obvious that it has a religious name. Whereas the game you're talking about, maybe they were worried that it was about
more subtle.
Trying to be subtle, trying to sneak its way in there, and that's why they had a problem with it.
I don't know. They just said
subliminal.
It just said like
subliminal,
controversial,
and superliminal.
They just said like controversial, like questionable religious content was the reason that this got denied on the eShop. And I'm glad that they're gonna go, okay, Nintendo, screw you. We'll put it on Sony's system because I'm sure Sony won't deny them. You know, so it'll be like, this sold 500,000 copies. Hell yeah, we want it. You know, that's a lot of copies, especially for an indie game. Team Meat probably made a lot of money. Not as much money as Super Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy sold incredibly well.
I think I bought it here already. I think it's right behind me.
I don't know if you bought Super Meat Boy.
How many people?
But you will break it off of the hard drive.
Yeah.
How many people probably bought Super Meat Boy just because Rage Quit reviewed it?
Good question. I played it before he reviewed it, but still.
So did I.
You know what? Let's buy the full version as soon as we're done here. Okay, show's over. Let's play Super Meat Boy.
No, show's not over. We got one more topic after this.
Okay, what's the next topic? I want to play Super Meat Boy. I want to launch some meat into some soul.
Boy.
The UK retail store Game has canceled all pre-orders for Mario Party 9 and all EA games.
I thought they were up to like Mario Party 25.
They're up to Mario Party 9. And they are refusing to even carry the games. Obviously, this is a huge deal because in a few days, Mass Effect 3 comes out. Massive deal. Massive deal for a lot of people.
I let them say them. Have they not, because they're
stocks
idiots.
have dropped 15% since they did this.
Well, one, they obviously have forgotten that they're in the UK. Their people actually do shit when they're pissed over there. Like, they break fucking stores and light them on fire. Okay?
they did fly it
seriously.
big time a while ago.
Gamers are going to be like, seriously. Besides
gamers are going to be pissed.
Besides the reaction, the general reaction from their customers, just think about the fact, purely on the fact that they won't have the game to sell, they'll be losing money.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of which, did you see the live action trailer for Mass Effect 3? I didn't even realize it was Mass Effect 3 until I saw the reverse.
Amazing.
I'm like watching this, I'm like, what movie is this? It better not be Michael Bay, because it looks good. And I'm going to be pissed if I'm like in a Michael Bay movie. And I'm watching it, and I'm like,
there's only one Michael Bay movie that I remember not hating.
Oh, the live action Mass Effect 3 trailer? This is awesome!
Yeah, I am so pumped for Mass Effect 3. I cannot wait for that game.
Anything else, before anybody says anything else, Cyger-chan, check it out. The avatars. Josh, Mary, and Paul.
Yeah, that's mine with the cowboy hat and the long hair. And the monocle. He has a monocle. I don't know if you can see it.
Is Mary's character supposed to be going like, oh?
I don't know.
He's got my boots Paul's, too. I love that he has my boots.
I'm sorry, but I think everyone in Texas owns those boots.
Steel toe boots?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they do. I've been there.
What's
wrong with steel toe boots?
Everyone in Texas owns them.
Steel toe boots.
Say
they're
Xbox.
good work boots.
Xbox.
Yeah, hold it down for a second.
I'm not saying Xbox. Don't you nod at me. Don't you nod at me, Kinect. We still hate you.
This is
me? Oh yeah, I made my character as ridiculous as possible. Why is my username Telluric Salmon? Don't wave your hand in front of the Kinect. It's screwing me up here.
I don't know. Why is your username? Why is your username Telluric?
Wow, Alex.
Why is your username Telluric Salmon?
It was
That's
randomly generated.
Why didn't you change it?
Because you touch yourself at night.
Sometimes, but what does that have to do with anything?
Sometimes
Well, you and your
when we
salmon.
touch.
It's signing you into Xbox Live out.
That's right, said the man. How do I add Xbox dollars?
I don't know. You've done it once
Oh, for
before.
freaking out loud! Every
You've
time.
done it once before.
You've done it, like...
Well, go find the game that you want to buy.
Okay.
Anyway, we're still podcasting. Anyway.
Yeah, we are. This is a fucking terrible move by them, and I can't imagine what the hell they were thinking. Were they thinking
Wait,
when
did they have a reason
No.
for, like, we're not going to show EB games anymore?
If they did, they didn't give it.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
If they did, they didn't give it for not selling
It's like,
EA again.
I swear
And
to God,
EA
you know
is
what
a
it is?
major publisher. I understand being pissed off
It's
at
like-
EA,
it's like
but I
the-
don't understand not
It's like
selling
the
BioWare.
CEO of this retailer was at a party where the CEO from EA was at.
And
They're
there's this banging party, yo. And
And-
John
and-
Riccatello?
And in the end, the CEO from EA ended up, like, fucking the guy from the retail store's girlfriend in the room or something. Caught him.
John
So he's like,
Riccatello
I'm not
fucks
gonna
him.
sell your games!
John
And that's-
Riccatello fucks the CEO's girlfriend.
Yeah, and that's why something stupid like that. Like,
I was actually really surprised when John...
I already lost my girlfriend, so I'm gonna drag my company in the ground to prove a point. Like,
I was actually really surprised when John Riccatello appeared on
your mom.
Oh, snap!
the girlfriend of the CEO of Game.
Anyway.
But I was actually really surprised when he appeared on Nintendo's stage.
You know what I saw
That was
last
shocking,
night?
but he showed off a sweet
Ponies?
trailer for
I'm surprised. Anyway,
I was gonna say, you know what I saw last night?
what?
ponies.
No, Lorax.
Oh,
Was that any good?
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to see
I
it.
was-
I like
afraid it
I
was
like
going to
this.
be-
I like the casting of the Lorax as Danny
Yeah.
DeVito. I like Danny DeVito. He's the man.
But I thought it was going to be bad because, like, they tend to mess up Dr. Seuss books when they make them into movies.
Yeah, I heard
Hey,
the Cat in the Hat was
but,
terrible.
Me and
It was
Colin
good.
saw Horton Hears a Who, and it was pretty good.
Well, the Lorax was good, and funny thing is, basically, they took what was essentially an environmentalist story from the beginning and kind of updated it more to nowadays. Basically, like, kind of showing, like, this is what's going to happen if we continue our ways. We're going to be paying for air. Like, seriously.
Ah.
Like,
Air in
seriously,
a
it starts
can,
out where
like
you're in
on
a
Planet
village.
Spaceball.
It's like a town that's completely walled off and enclosed, and everything's plastic, and you have to pay for air. Like, there's an air delivery man. Like,
Why didn't it download?
why didn't your face upload? I don't know.
Why didn't Sean's face?
But anyway, so yeah, it was really good.
Well, that's cool.
And most of the music numbers were pretty good too. I was afraid like Danny DeVito was going to be rhyming the whole time, but luckily no.
Yeah, well, I kind of like Danny
There
DeVito as the
was-
casting of the Lorax.
That was good. There was only a couple bits of rhyming, but I love how they ended the movie at the end. They just showed black screen white text, the Dr. Seuss quote.
Which one?
Unless, crap, what was it?
Couldn't tell you.
I'd have to look it up.
Could not
I bet
tell
if I
you.
googled unless, I would get that quote as the first result, so I'm gonna try right
Ooh.
now.
Provocative.
Your face?
Anti-vocative.
Vodka? Did someone say vodka?
Vodka tip. Yeah, Team Meat did a new game called Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, you said that like 20 minutes ago.
I know.
I
wanna
got.
check it out.
I just fired up Super Meat Boy.
I want to check it out sometime. It looks like it might be interesting.
Okay,
it's probably difficult too.
Look, guys, the quote it ended with, I didn't want to mess it up, so here it is. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not.
Huh.
That was the ending quote, and
I remember there was like that well in the story, and the well just said unless on it.
yeah, exactly. That was in the movie too. It's like, and he's like, I've been thinking about that word, unless, and blah blah blah. But yeah, at the very end, it said that quote.
That's really...
And that
Very
is, it
inspirational.
was honestly perfectly.
It's going to take a while to download.
It was actually a really inspirational movie, especially. I think it would be very honestly for kids watching it. It would be a very inspirational movie. And I gotta. Now, I'm normally pissed at Disney, but I'll give them props for going a very good way with that movie. Anyway, where are we with this podcast?
There was only 4 topics because this was a really, really slow
I
news
understand
week.
that, but
I really
mean,
want
time-wise, where are we?
57 minutes. I really want to get another news story like that one where the woman
What? Did
was
he
on
say
a-
the woman? I'm sorry.
I want to get another news story like something like that woman that was on a Wii balance board and fell and hit her ass and then like
Sued
fucked up
Nintendo.
some bone or something that made her constantly
bone or
horny.
something?
Made her constantly horny, and then we made fun of her for about 15 minutes.
She messed up some bone or something?
Yeah,
Boner something?
yeah,
Boner
yeah,
something?
yeah.
Alex, are you actually playing or is this...
That is a replay.
But I want to get another news story like that just because those are so much fun to do every time we do them. And anyway, we should probably sign off. You guys want to sign off?
Super Meat Boy. So yeah.
Okay.
This has been another edition of Press the Action Button podcast here on digital-delirium.com. As always, I am your host, Joystick. With me this week was Gameface. Say goodbye, Gameface. Also,
No, he sucks.
also with me this week was Slacker Chan. Say goodbye to the people, Slacker Chan. Needs a roar.
Magic what? No. Magic Whoa.
Magic Whoa.
Needs a Rory.
You can stop now.
Okay.
You can stop now. We will talk to you guys next week. Digital-delirium.com